so that you can also commit yourself to that conversation that we'll be having on this show. It's Be Citizens, not Spectators. And today, probably, I'm sure we need to talk about ourselves. We need to go deeper in one way or the other to have a conversation. So if you're on Facebook right now, and you can please just share the video onto your platform so that your friends can also follow what we do here. So go on to Facebook right now. Just so we have just gone live right away. So just liaise with us, or just indicate there where you are and whilst monitoring the program. We'll be glad to have a discussion with you, or pick your contributions and share with the rest of the world. So get onto Facebook now. Just let me know where exactly are you, and we want to acknowledge you. And we are going live because we also think that it's important for all of us to be a part of the conversation, so that somebody will not say that we are doing conconsa. No, not at all. So we want you to be a part. Just share the live video so that a lot more people can be with us whilst we go into the discussions. Drop your conversation as well, and let me know where you are whilst monitoring the program. Feel free, just send me your messages. I've received a number of your direct text messages too, and very soon I'll be reading those ones. But I also want to have you on Facebook so that we can do this together. So on Facebook, I've already started seeing some of you logging in onto Facebook. I want you to continuously do that. Imoriti Yumba on Facebook, thank you so much. He is joining us, and he's already sharing his comments on Facebook. Let me have more of you. And I think Hamdan No 910 has also sent in his message. Please just let me know where exactly are you, and then monitoring the program. I want to acknowledge all of you before we start the show, so that you will not end up complaining or blaming me for not reading your message. Please, I want to read your message. Okay, it's not intentional, but this time or right now, I have a time to read your message. So please send your messages. Get onto Facebook. It's Robicon Monason, or you can get on to Radio Tamale 91.7. Just put it there. I want to read your messages as we start the conversation tonight. And just share the video as well, so that the last time I came here, I think this was about the last Monday. I had a show here, though I don't know, was it live at all? And people were sharing some, is it audio or video, would I say? They kept my photograph and some other people to indicate that no, something was really happening. I don't really know. Some people could be so smart, very sharp. So they actually shared it all over the place. Then people started calling me to tell me that, oh, one of your videos is out there. I said, which video? I don't remember having any video at all, because I didn't go. They said, oh, somebody. Then they sent it to me. I said, wow, that's serious. So now, if you want to have the real videos, probably you need to share the video right now on Facebook, and also let your comments follow that and share it. I want you to share more. So let's see how many shares we can get. Then we start the program. Let me see how many people are sharing the live video, so that when it's encouraging, we kickstart. But let me just start reading the messages as well, because before I got into the studio, I saw a lot of messages that you've sent already. So this one says that, raising my presence on the show. That's Andani. He's in Warjahe. Lord Didi Cash is also sending his message. He says, hope things are going well. He says that reaching you from Kaladan Barracks. He said, I'm a citizen and not a spectator. My special greetings to Honorable Education Minister Honorable Haruna Idrisu, and also to the NDC family as well. Now, good evening to you, Monason. Be citizens, not spectators. He says, my name is Mohammed Abdulaziz from Pembi. He says, Robicon, I call your name 10 times. That's what he said. And then this one says, good evening to you, Robicon. I am a citizen, not a spectator, and I am registering my presence on the show tonight. And he says that my sincere greetings goes to CEO of, okay, part of the message didn't come. Hello, good evening to you, Robicon. Amin in Lamashegu says that I'm monitoring you, and he says that keep up the good work. That's what he's saying. This one also says that good evening to you, guys. He says, He said, "Oh, I don't think that." Part of the message didn't come. Yeah, this one says that thank God it's another week. He says that first edition of the show, Be Citizens Not Spectators. He says, please greet my grandfather Mashud Wumpini for me. He says, I'm clever from Kasalgu. Good evening to you, Robicon. We thank the Almighty God. He says, my name is Al Hassan Ibrahim Zingna from Tubunkuli. Okay, thank you. Now this one is from Mustafa from Wamal. He says, good evening to you, Be Citizens Not Spectators. He says, thank God it's another blessed week and I want to announce my presence on the show tonight. My regards to Chairman FK, Chief Agitator, and also Chairman Bewa. And this one says, good evening to you, Robicon. My name is Al Hassan Abdel Kadri from Sakasaka. He says that I'm raising my presence on the show tonight. I'm a citizen, not a spectator. Okay, so this one says that good evening to you, Robicon. I'm registering my presence on the show. That's coming from Raf inside Nima Fong. And also Hamdan Nunai No Sense says, please greet Alhaji Chairman FK and also to Yellow Man. And he says it is high time we Tamale South constituency starts voicing. Okay, part of the message didn't come. And then Abdullah Mohammed says, good evening to you, Robicon. I'm listening to you from Shishao. Okay, now good evening to you, Robicon. My name is Idris Inyaba Idris. He says, I'm listening to you live from Koblemagu. He says, I just want to send my okay, I think you want to say that you want to announce your presence on the show and you are a citizen and not a spectator. And then good evening to you, Robicon. Please greet Honorable Haj Misbah, MP for Myong, and also to Honorable Gangdu, Education Minister for me. Mohammed in Pamvo sends that message. My greetings to you, Robicon. He says that no matter how, okay, you want to say that no matter what we are monitoring. That's Abdul Bassett Vera in Lamashegu. Thank you. Now this one says that M Boss, I'm monitoring you from Asawaba. That's Lukman Sapati, also known as Adugalisan. And then this one says that good evening to you, Robicon. Monitoring you. He said, I'm a citizen and not a spectator. Muftao in Lamashegu sends that message. Good evening to you, Robicon. I'm monitoring you. My regards to my hard-working MP for Salga North. And also to Tuma Mumuni DC for Northeast Gonja District. And then that's coming from Hassan Janton Bamvim in the Savannah region. That's what you say. Okay, let me leave these direct messages. Then let me now come to Facebook. A lot of you have also sent your messages through Facebook. So let me just run through those ones. A lot of them already. Prince Abubakar Sugri says that monitoring you from Gumani Bigiza Court Hotel. Oh, it's a long time I heard that name. And then Zakaria Zak Villa says a good evening to you, Robicon. Suleiman Seidu Abdel Jalil on Facebook also says that monitoring you live from Bimbila. Good evening. And then Mutaka Elisha Baku says that good evening to you, Robicon. Please greet Honorable Professor Alhaji Hamza Adam, MP for Kumbungu constituency for me. And also Mohammed Jina Idrisu says that good evening to you, Robicon. I'm monitoring you from Pamvo. Please greet Honorable Haj Misbah, MP for Myong, and Honorable Gangdu. Okay, then Last Killer says that good evening to you, Robicon. And then he says that this is Last Killer from Damankul. I hope I got the name right. He says Radio Tamale forever. Thank you. And then Ibrahim Tamin, he says that nice one, bro. And then Mohammed Awal Sharif also on Facebook says good evening to you, Robicon. Monitoring you live inside Kulnya Villa. He says my regards to Sanargo constituency MP. Okay, you want to say MP for Sanargo. Okay, thank you. And then Umar Mohammed says good evening to you, Robicon. And that's coming from Mohammed, monitoring from Shishao. A lot of you already on Facebook. I'm grateful. So I'm sure we can start a conversation. No worries. No worries. When the network is good, I'm sure we can get into some of your messages more. Okay, let me check. I think some of you are dropping the messages directly to my inbox, right? I think I have seen some more messages. But don't worry. Just keep them coming through. I'll read them later on because we don't have much time. But I just wanted to at least acknowledge that we have a lot of loyal following on this particular show. You know, even at a point in time, you don't even need to announce the presence, but they are with you physically and in spirit. Anyway, I'm grateful that you are connecting with us. Today is Monday and today is 21st of July. And you know, today probably I mean, it took me some time to really agree that okay, no problem. Probably I'll do some few would I say that some explanations to a few things, because they said that sometimes the Burnley people say that jiringa you the librarian mangle jiringa you, yeah. How do you say it in Dagbali? You know, my Dagbali is not there, but I want to believe that we can have a conversation. You know, I actually I think mabia yikera lana soft lokma. I think a number of things really happened, and then sometimes it appears we've been turning blind eye to a lot of things, and it keeps happening and back and forth. And I think that we are in business. As a media house, we are into business, and mostly some of these things, people will tell you that, oh, Charlie, forget about it. Yes, already if you don't even tell me, I'm that person that I will just remove I will not even want to talk about it in any form. But I also realize that as human as we are, sometimes issues continuously, they propel issues over and over and over again. It goes round and round, and then still it's like a stack. You know, a lot has really happened for the past few years, off and on, back and forth and all that. Sometimes you take the decision that no, you don't really need to talk about it. You don't need to give credence to some of these things, and still it keeps happening. So far as we operate a business, so far as we run a firm, it's somebody's business, then we are taking care of it. And you agree with me that whatever be the event or whatever be the case, people will say things. Some of them, based on who you like, you may agree that, oh, I'll believe it. No, even if you hear the truth, you still say you don't believe it because your interest is your interest. But some of us really live beyond interest. We try as human to live beyond interest. The insults will always come, the attacks will always come. But I always tell you that, so far as I have that zeal and energy. You know, we are all young people, and we have the energy as of today to respond to almost everything. But sometimes you have to think so deeply about the occurrences before you. Sometimes you just ignore. But those who think that yes, they are on top of issues, they continuously blab and bring all these things up there. You know, I'm just saying this just to set a base to make you understand the reason why maybe some of us maybe for the first time now, me try to address certain things relative to where I'm mentioned or not. But you see, I've seen on social media, people have at least they have tagged me into various conversations, various posts, and so on and so forth. And sometimes when you see them, you just want to skip through. Don't even give any credence to that. But we can't live like that. Sometimes you also need to come and just clear a few things, because I know there are people who also like us. It can be everybody in Tamale who hates what we're doing. There are also people who like us, and sometimes when they are not also hearing from me, they think that, oh, but if you know the way some of us operate, you know that those things don't bother us at all. But again, like I said, it's a business we run in, so some of these things, it comes up, we talk about it. We need to at least spend one time just clear certain things. It's not because we are looking for the following, we want people to follow on whether social media. No, not at all. So, but what is the issue? In the past few days, I have seen a number of videos circulating on social media, and I've been mentioned several times. People ask questions. What did Robicon do about it? What happened? No. You see, I think I heard Sof today is on Friday, right? And I think I was going somewhere, and I was listening to him, and then I think he was addressing that point. People accusing that, Radio Tamale, all these things happening or happened, and then you are shielding some people. You are not you never took the pain, or you never took the responsibility of helping some people, and so on and so forth. Then you say, please, if you want any information, maybe probably somebody, let's say maybe somebody resigned from Radio Tamale or left Radio Tamale, or even you have had somebody insulting or attacking us, and then you are not hearing from Radio Tamale. If your schedule will permit you and you are closer, or you can reach out to maybe any of the management, just ask. That's if the thing really worries. Just ask. If they will tell you, they will tell you. If they won't tell you, they won't tell you. So, but if you hear something and you are on social media lambasting, talking about how they shielding some people, why is it that they never did any decision, never did anything about it? Oh, what did Robicon do about it? Please. I'm also a human being, and sometimes you want to take your time as you do certain things. But this particular matter, I'm going to speak to this particular matter, and what this particular matter is really is a very funny ordeal to me. You know why? I even thought the matter had died, though. Honestly, there's this lady called Deborah. She's called Deborah. I mean, you see, let me tell you, many of you do not really know the girl, but let me be very blunt with you. She's a nice lady, she's a nice girl. Probably sometimes because of poverty, a lot of things go bad. Somebody will say that, oh, she has almost everything God can bless a woman with. So you certainly, I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So you know why? I think that she was working here at Radio Tamale, and in various institutions, sometimes you have your code of conduct in almost every institution. But where you have staff, maybe staff who really want to, know themselves in one way or the other, there's a limit. Beyond the radio stations or the FM station, people have their, personal lives out there. Sometimes if this particular lifestyle is not injuring the firm in any form, you would just want to let them be. So where people have their personal engagements, I wouldn't be nosing around, or management will not be nosing around to know who is doing what and who is not doing what. Not at all. So I think that my attention came to that particular issue after I was called by, I think, the parents of Deborah. No, I think she called me, because already it got to a particular, in fact, I relieved her. We actually relieved her, from working here even before I got to hear that. It was not because we heard that she had actually, become pregnant. That was why we made her stop working at Radio Tamale. Not at all. But already there were certain other issues. People who have worked with me know very well that there are certain things that, if I see that you are derelicting on duty and all that, I can just advise you to stop coming. It's not a sack. I'll just advise you that you should stop coming. It's not because of anything. So it wasn't it was not because the person, we heard that the person was pregnant and that was why we relieved the person, like I'm hearing some people say. Not at all. I didn't even know about it at that time. So until I was called, and then I think the first one, I went there with another staff who was then here. I went there to see, to understand what the issue was. I think that was the first time I actually went there, and we were made to understand that this is the situation. You see, please forgive me. Forgive me. There are certain aspects of it I will not want to go so deeper. That's why some people are attacking me and say that we are shielding some people, or we're shielding certain activities and not that. But forgive me that there are certain aspects I would not want to go deeper, because you see, my talking about it here, I'm not happy. I'm not happy about it. But because people have said so many things and attacked the radio station and talked about Robicon, I have seen so many videos on social media. So I thought that, but I'm not happy. Even those who are affected knows that yes, it is not in my will to say this. I mean, to come out and be talking about this thing. But you see, I have gotten to understand that even when my attention was drawn and I took one other staff to the place, because I've not spoken with the person, so I can't even mention who I went, so I would not do that. But I went there with another staff, and then when we went, we sat with the mother and had a conversation. We sat with the mother, and the mother explained everything. Then I asked the mother, because you know my Dagbanli is not good, so mostly I will make the other colleague to say everything in Dagbanli to find out whether how any of these things really happened. And then the mother explained. Then we spoke with the lady as well, and she also explained her own version of the story. You know, my mindset was that, you know, when you hear that a man, because I've never gotten involved with such a thing, so I cannot say I know much about it. When you hear that a man has impregnated a woman and how these things are, I've not been into it before, so I wouldn't be able to tell you the feeling of that. I wouldn't be able to do that. But all I'm trying to say is that we actually thought that, okay, if indeed a staff is being accused of such a thing, then I needed to find out from that staff whether indeed you are aware of such a thing. And I think at that time, when we came back, I came and confronted that staff in the studio here, and I asked, are you aware of this thing? These people are saying that you are engaged in this. He said, no, forget about them. And you see, I'm that one. I would just immediately because I'm not the investigator in the first place. So the moment the person says some of these things, I will just walk away. I'll just move away. Because I'll wait. Probably they are also planning some activities or some decisions they want to take. But you see, when we went to this lady's place, the Deborah's place, I got to understand something. Even the brother, the elder brother of the young lady, those were some of the things that really demoralized me. You see, here I have learned certain lessons in Tamale that when you want to follow some of these things, you are not careful. You will follow to a particular path, and those who are involved in the matter, let me say that those who are victims, they will wash their hands off, and you are standing alone. Because when I went, the impression I got actually made me to put myself, in a different realm altogether. Because the elder brother of the young lady created a particular impression that this particular presenter involved was a demigod or was somebody they were afraid of. I said, come on. Because they hear the person on radio say, they believe, wait, yellow to pam, mineral pam, me politicians pam, then I said, come on. Because I got dampened by that particular comment that the guy, even I was confused. Because the mindset is that this particular person, they said, oh, this is the person responsible, but we're afraid of the person because the person so-called is influential, he knows people, and for that matter, they wouldn't, they can't push the matter. Then I said, oh, then if we say that we want to get a solution and get some support for the person by speaking to the person you are accusing of, to even understand it, because we could go to different lengths of trying to make sure that, because these are all people who are working here, we could sit and then look at these things. But we say, if the parents are scared, it means that even any elderly person that comes closer to them and tell them, though, Charlie, isn't now, they will solve it at that level and you are standing alone. Then I said no. Then I needed to be very careful about it. If they say they want to do A, B, C, D, we want to see how we come into play. But since they were acting naive and all scared about the whole thing, then there's no way that I would want to push myself into another. Because here's the case. They are all from Tamale. And this has really happened. I don't really know how mostly they follow through some of these things. No problem. Then I've been in touch with this young lady, this Deborah lady, for a long time. And at some point in time, this is the first time I'm going to say this thing. And I don't really know, but I know he won't have a problem with it. This is going to be the first time I'm going to say this. When that issue happened, because I recall that the girl has been calling me every time. Several times, I can't even count. Even she's been here several times as well. So, I at some point in time, I told her no, they would think that maybe I'm trying to be negligent over the issue. I don't want to help her. I don't want to support. Then I called Ishmael, our Ishmael, who comes here. Ishmael comes here often. I called Ishmael and I told Ishmael that there is a particular issue, but I want to meet him and discuss with him to see, because he's from Tamale and he knows how this. If it's even that a particular chief could be, we could visit and explain, and then they take the young lady and they sit down on this particular matter. Then Ishmael says that no, he doesn't, because mostly Ishmael had his own issues with. I don't know why I'm trying to calculate myself whether I should mention, or because you see, I just don't know. Ishmael has his issues with Tel, and he doesn't want to have anything to do with him ever again. And because of that, he didn't want to get involved. But I pleaded with him seriously, because Ishmael is a witness that I've actually pleaded with him in so many instances. And I'll come to explain that one later. Now, when I told Ishmael about it, he said, okay, he will try to, I think, issues of Dofsu and then some other officers he wanted to see. But he says that we should find out if the lady really wants that, the responsibility, because the lady is really sure that the person she is accusing is really true. And the lady swore to everything that yes. They said it's only a woman who can tell who the father of the child is. So you don't go about, trying to question these things too much. So what did I even do? When I told Ishmael that, he said no. Then he will try to find out what he can do, and then who maybe they will meet, and then they invite the lady so that they could hear from the lady very well. But it ended there again, because Ishmael, he was not really comfortable getting involved. Just like I was also very careful not to get involved with some of these things, no matter what it is, no matter my disagreements with the person accused and all that. But I didn't want to just involve myself in that extent of engaging the person. Yes, the young lady, I cannot tell the young lady never to call me again, don't get me involved. No, I can't say that. But I was trying to see in which form she could get help. And she can also get help without explaining herself. That is one thing that those of you who are attacking on social media and saying all those kind of things and making it look like Radio Tamale was actually negligent, not you have employed somebody, the person got into a problem and you were not trying to support and all that. That's why I'm explaining this. That wasn't the issue, because we knew very well that she needed some help. And look, if you know this lady Deborah, and especially those of you who know her very well, I don't want to, for lack of a better expression, their living condition is not just the best. Look, you see, there's poverty in northern Ghana, and I can say that her background is part of a definition of poverty. But I will leave it there, because I don't want to flog it too much to undermine them. And I really believe that was the reason why the issue went that way for the last 2-3 years, and it's still just that way. because they are really, really, really marginalized. And when it comes to financial support, they lack financial support. And I believe that is why this situation is like this. If probably they were actually, a middle class, just in one way or the other, they had somebody in the family with some education, it could actually help her a lot. But because, it's not non-existent. That is what, because at that time that she got pregnant, she had admission at UDS. She had admissions at UDS and she was still working, and she told me. And I said, okay, when it's time, it's getting to time, if I have money, you remind me. If I have some money, I'll let you go, go and study. Because in fact, her working here, she was trying to gather some fees so that she could enroll at UDS. Just Tamale campus. So she was still, working small to put the money together. So at that time, I do not really know what exactly happened, and this whole issue came up that way. So I decided that since Ishmael was no longer forthcoming and she was still calling me, sometimes she could just come, oh, Mr. Rob, she would use different numbers to call me because the number I even had before, no, it's not the one she's using currently. So clearly she's been, because at that time she was using some YAM phone, and a bit of a time, either the battery is not good, the battery is dead, so she was off phone for some time. You even try the number, it won't go. Later she will be online again and all that. So the situation was very bad. It was very bad, extremely bad. So as Ishmael didn't touch with the matter again, I didn't remind Ishmael again, we never spoke about it again. We just left it until she came, much recently, and then they said I was not around. Then I was there, and then I got a WhatsApp from her. I said, hey, now you are on WhatsApp? She said, yes. She's, I think, doing some work at some hotel. I don't know whether it's a hotel or whatever. Just trying to, put something together. So I said, okay, that's fine. She said, oh, I said, so how is the baby doing? She said she's fine. And I said, oh, it's a long time I came around. So I said I'll find when I get to anywhere, maybe Shisha, I'll pass by and then see the baby. Then one day I was coming from Nyankpala and I dropped there and I walked in there. And then, when because that was even the second time I had seen the child. Because I recall that I went this is the third time with Soph to the house. That's when she had just given birth and the child was still a bit, just a few months old. So when we went, and then Soph said, hey, are you sure that the baby really resembles Tel too much? And then we all just laughed about it. And then I asked that, did you at least, have you made any contacts? Have you made, yeah, they said they have tried to get in touch with the mother of, Tel. And then when they went there, the mother also tried to call Tel, and then Tel dropped the phone. And she called later, she wasn't picking, and blah blah blah. I said, okay, so what is the intention? Says, they were still trying to catch, I think, whether the sister or some other relatives. I said, okay, that's fine. Then the mother says that, the mother at that day, I should have called Soph into the studio. Please, if Soph is around, call Soph. At least his house is just here, so he's not far away. He can run into the studio because because most of the conversations they were having were in Dabanle. Because the mother explaining, and then the mother is not doing anything, but she is taking. These are people, about 6 people, if I'm not mistaken. It's it's a semi-detached, not just a semi-detached. It's just some 2 rooms. The father lives in one, and they also live in the other one. So I'm very much familiar with the situation there. Then the mother explained and said, they have left everything to God. If God says that this should happen to them, they have nothing to say, but they are leaving it to God because they don't have anybody that can come to their aid, or at least they are not saying that they want to punish the young man or they want something bad to happen to the young man, but at least it's just the small boy that they think that the small boy should have should be represented, should have somebody taking care of the small boy, because because of the little child, the girl is not going to school again. And even if she goes to school, who is going to take care of the kid? So those were some of the things the mother was talking about. So I said, well, I mean, I wish that we could, but I said it in the room there, that you see, the fear of somebody like me who is not from Tamale is that I don't want to stand up to say that I want to push for this girl to get support, and then get to somewhere, some elderly people, then you say, oh, it's a family matter, and I'm standing alone. That is what I am scared about. Then I asked the woman whether she's really, I mean, what's it called? She's really sure that she would want something to be done, so that we know that we call the person involved. If it has to do with that, DOFSU will have to come in and then listen to both sides. If you want to go and do a DNA test, why not? I mean, now government is saying that probably DNA will become free. I don't really know how possibility. So, I mean, DNA about 4,000, depending on where you want to go and do that. But in any event, so they will do it and then bring it for you to see whether the person is responsible or not. Then the person knows how the child will be supported, because at the end of the day, the child doesn't even know what is happening. Then the mother says that yes, they, wherever support will come from, they are waiting. That is where they would certainly follow. They will follow through. And from the mom, if you know Deborah's mother, she's very vocal. She speaks. It's just that the father is very quiet. He's extremely quiet, just like the Deborah. The Deborah, as you heard her, I saw the video and I said, hey, so this lady can talk, because she hardly talks. So she hardly talks. She can stand. You are asking her something, she's just laughing and smiling. Then she will say one or two words and smile and be smiling. That's how she is. The Deborah, because I heard some people attacking her and say, why is she laughing? That's who she is. Look, even if you are insulting her and abusing, she's just smiling and laughing. That's how she is. So when I saw the video, I wasn't surprised. I was even surprised that she could say all these things for that long. To be honest with you, I was surprised when I saw the video. And I said, wow, so this lady can really talk. But in all of that, the mother gave a strong reasoning that she was all up, because she's an elderly woman, she has nothing to fear. And I recall very well that the elder sister apparently, she was always, even she could give me a message on social media, because she wasn't having my number, and all the time trying to see, Mr. Robicon, I mean, have you gotten some help, or have you been able to get somebody who can help? Then most of the messages I ignored them, because I don't know what answers to give. I did not know what answers to provide. And you see, we all vanished from the scene in terms of talking about this particular matter. Until recently, I saw this woman, Casta Diva, Madam Fauzia. You know, we've not been in good terms with her, I mean, for some time, because of the issue that happened, because of the drugs fight and the scaffold that happened here at Radio Tamale with her. Because she's been attacking us all over the place. You know, we've not been in good terms with her. But I saw her, I mean, do a particular video, and apparently speaking about, I mean, I wouldn't say that I was the only one who, or there were a lot of other people, guys, a lot of them who were aware of this particular matter. So it wasn't something that I would say then who told her. No. Already almost a lot of people were aware of that. So when I saw the video and questions were asked, was Robicon aware of these things and all that? Yes, the lady said yes, Robicon was aware of that. Or what did they do? Oh yes, Robicon visited with stuff, and I said yes, it's true. But those writing on social media, people wrote a lot. I saw a lot of people tag me on posts, but I didn't really bother. But there's one thing that I want to just clear. A gentleman gave me a text message, and was asking, so hey Robicon, so you had all these issues about Tel, and then why is it that you were quiet and he was attacking you all over the place? Look, let me say it right here. You know one thing, it's not like Tel is a bad person. No, 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 no. He's not that bad. He's not a bad person. You see, in every human being, we all have ups and our low points. So he has seen a lot of his low points, but generally, he's not a bad. I can't say he's a bad person. You see, I've worked with the person from the ending of 2017 till 2024. I cannot describe the person that he's a bad person. No. Yes, he can attack me, he can insult me, my mother, my father, and say all those things. But generally, I don't think that he's a bad person at all. And I take it that he's just a human and he's performing his humanly duties. So anytime he insults me, I just laugh it over. I just believe that we've worked together. When we were working together, we were not out. You see, there's a difference between working colleagues and friendship. He was not an enemy to me. He was a working friend for me, and he was a colleague for me. In fact, let me just qualify it by saying that yes, he was a friend, because if he wasn't a friend, or I didn't embrace that friendship part of him, probably I would have discarded him long ago. At a point in time, people will insult and attack. What you people have allowed this guy to be on radio attacking people and doing all those. I would have negated him. I would have just expelled him long time ago. But no. Sometimes some people will come to, oh, it seems you are the only person who understands Telo. Yes, I understood his kind of a person, and that was why I worked with him all this while. It's just quite unfortunate, I must say, politics came and probably ate into him. And then he started attacking me and saying all the bad things. But we've not had any. Yes, as working colleagues, you have misunderstandings. I mean, almost everybody, you have misunderstanding or things that came up, and then you are all having different minds, and then your perception about issues. Yes, those things are normal in workplaces. But you see, his own thing was that it's just the political part of it came. Politics came and made him attack me. Even I don't believe that Tel will ever attack me at any time. No, I don't believe. It's the politics. He thought that I was very, strong on somebody he loved. He thought that I was against somebody he wanted. So I understood it from that aspect. And said, oh, this guy, because he thinks that, okay, this person he loves, that's the person I'm always against, then that's the reason why he's doing that. So I never took it like to heart. With all the attacks, put Facebook Live, berate me and attack my mother, my father, I'm from a poor home. Yes, all those things. When people tell me, I just laugh it off, because I know that under a normal circumstance, he won't attack me. I knew it was just because of the politics out of it. So after the political season, I thought that, everything is gone. But if the person is still doing it, I don't have a problem too. I still don't have a problem. And that is why many of you would think that, oh, I've been quiet on him, I don't attack him back when he... No. Let me tell you one thing. Even he knows very well that, look, I am worse than him. You get it? I am triple his type. His nature. Me, I don't see what he can do and I cannot do it. You see, my only case is just that I don't understand Dabanli. And I have said this several times on this platform, that if I could speak Dabanli, I'm telling you, it would have been very disastrous. It would have been very bad. It's just that I can't be exchanging words. I can't speak English, the person speaks Dabanli, I speak English, the person speaks Dabanli. No. Look, my only disability is that I don't understand Dabanli. So that's why sometimes I leave these things, a lot of them, I leave them, that they should just make it go. Me, you see, this program, the person that you think that has the energy, me, I have that. I have, you see, as I come to city, I've not even eaten, no. I can start from 5 p.m., talk until it's 12, we close this station, and then still people will, I know by the grace of God, people will still be listening to me right now. And I'll never keep the people boring. I have that energy and my own I'm not intoxicated by anything. It's natural that I can do that. I will not even play a single music. I'll just open the microphone. I can talk through. And I started it. This program from 2018 ending, I've been here on this program till today. So you see, the energy, we all have that energy. But I am saying again and again that the reason why some of you were asking, why I should attack, this person is attacking. The reason I will not do that, I have a lot of reasons that will not make me do that. There are a lot of reasons that will not allow me to do that. So no matter how the person goes attacking me and saying a lot of things, I will not want to insult the person back. Just like I said, I believe that all those things started or came about simply because of the political angle of it. And me, when I come here to discuss political issues, I don't keep it to heart and go, why? I have a lot of friends who are from MPP. We meet, and though there's a Robicon Charlie, you are Alan Bobby, you've been disturbing us. We just laugh it over because you see, it's just the lighter part of people have various interests. And besides that, what we were looking at is that even till date, if those issues still come up, my stance will still be my stance. You get it? I'll still be on the same stance. You see, I've said it several times. Even he was the very person who told me in this studio that if I start praising Habib and Co and saying good things about them, they'll buy me a car. And I said, look, it's not car I want to. You see, that's why I said I don't want. I wouldn't go into certain realms. But you see, on this lady, with what has happened, it didn't warrant that because Tel has been insulting me all over the place, I should take him onto radio and also be insulting back and bringing some of these issues up. As I sit here, there are even issues that he himself doesn't know that I know about him. Look, the lady said a number of things on I think even on one of the video that I saw talking about maybe police station, and it's true. Ask Tel. The reason I tell you that I feel that he's a friend, and because of the period that we've worked together, I see him as a brother, and that's why with all the attacks, I cannot attack him back. I will not. There's nothing bad I'll say about him. He knows very well that all the issues that he's had at the police station with his arrest and all that, I have always been there. Sometimes I could have exams to write. I go finish and rush to the police station. He will still be in the cells. And I'll go and do whatever arrangements I'll do, and then they'll give this guy a bail. Ishmael is my witness. He's one of my witnesses. At a point in time, I called Ishmael. He should come because he is very familiar with some of the police officers there and the court officials. Ishmael said he won't come. Robicon, no, I won't come. That you have been seeing how this guy disrespects me and what. He said he won't get involved. I pleaded with Ishmael fervently that look, he is still in the police cell. If we don't go there, probably nobody will come. All those of you who say you are fans on social media and hyping, when he gets into such trouble, how many of you surface there? Ask those who even surface there. Ask them whether they've never seen me anytime that they come around. I pleaded with Ishmael. Look, you see, all these things I'm saying, I have evidence and I have people who have actually, sometimes, workers at Radio Tamale put themselves together in group and said that if I don't sack Tel, they will all resign. Have I ever said this here? You see, sometimes, when people are attacking you for certain things that they have no knowledge about, it's very bad. They came and they called me into a meeting. I came, they said they have something to share with me. Even today, if I want to mention some of those presenters who say that, Charlie, sometimes life is very funny, huh? some they came and said that if I don't sack him, that they are going to resign. I sat them down and I spoke with them over an hour. Then they told me that they have seen the reason. They've seen a reason with what I'm saying. And then we allowed the matter there. And I don't want to go into the details of some of the things that they were. But you see, I believe strongly that sometimes it's when people do not have the information. But if you don't have the information and you are not seeking it and you just run to the market with it, that means you are not ready to get the info. All these times, look, even to the extent, there was a time, an incident that took us into the the regional commander's office. You see, those were the times I got to realize that no, indeed, when you find yourself in trouble, that's where you understand that the law is working. Look, all of these instances, I can tell you all of these instances. I can't even when Fancy Gadam took issues to the court. As I sit here, I can give you chronology, all the events that led, and how many days did I spend at the police station, together with Ishmael, together with there's one chief B. Let me see whether I can get his name. I've forgotten. Oh, I just thought it. No, not a prisoner. Chief something. No. Oh, I believe that I can still get his number. I think he was part of myself, Ishmael. We spent close to about 3 days at the court when they denied bail. And throughout, I think Sahana even came and met us on the last day or so. No, I think they had a different issue and he came around there. And when we were to go to take the bail, they said that we couldn't sign the document unless I go and bring passport. So I rushed to the police station. There's a particular photo. I mean, there's a gentleman, a man taking photos, passport size photo. I went and took the photo sites, passport photo sites, for us to come and fill that at the registrar's office to fill the documents and sign almost all the bills. I have signed them. I have signed almost all those bills, to the extent that the original crime then, Mr. Baba, gave me several warnings that if I don't sack this guy, the day we will come here, he will do as if he has never seen me before. All these guys I'm talking about, there are so many things that I'm stepping on them. I wouldn't talk about them, but I'm giving glimpse of some of these issues so that you will know to what extent we have supported people. We are not concealing them all. You see, you are working with me. If you get into a problem, I cannot just say that, yes, it's your own problem. Many of the time, you say it on the airwaves. When they are suing you, they add the radio station in addition. When you know the funny thing about all these things, when a presenter sits on radio and says something bad or something that is slanderous, when they take the person to court, they attack the radio station. Ask them who has always been the one to defend these things. And in any event, how many of them even have money to rent lawyers or to hire lawyers? But because the moment you pick a lawyer, you are the one paying for. I think sometimes there are certain things, but you see, it's rather sad that it has to get to this particular level. But like I said, there are so many things it's not because of these things I'll just pour everything out there. These ones I'm saying because they are the basics, and I don't think that they have any injuries to anything. That's the reason I'm just talking about. I just want you to know, those of you, and I mean, attacking and saying all those things on social media, I just want you to understand that it's not as if these people, the insults they are attacking. Somebody can come and sit, "I radio station man, Yora." Meanwhile, in fact, one day I have to probably, if I also get one of these tramadol or smoke some herbs, I'll come here. I'll not look into anybody's face. I'll say my mind. I'll say them. That is the instance in which I can say them. But right now, my eye clear. I'm not going to fit talk gum. Seriously. Look, if not because those things may also lead to another matters. Ask some of the guys here how we contributed. I came back and told them that this is what because they found some drugs issues with some, so for that matter, this is how much is in demand, because they want to take the matter to court. But then, if we're able to get this together, they'll be, I hope you understand, they'll be able to help us. Soft contributed, or mine contributed, I contribute. A number of the guys here I made, because I was hard up, because fuel back and forth and all those things, I was hard up. They all they are not dead, and I'm saying this. If I'm lying, I'm sure they can say. Let me leave that one, because like I said, it can lead to another matter. That's why I may not be able to say that. We ended it there. There's this particular lady. Oh, what's the name of the lady? Who had a problem with tail, because apparently they have spoken about certain things on social media and blah blah blah. It landed into police station, and in fact, that's, let me see if I can get the name. Rafatu, I think so. I've forgotten the name, and that issue, is amazing. But we can leave it there. But you see, on this particular Deborah issue, I'm not the one to sit here. Those of you thinking that we never also did anything to help in whatever we were trying to conceal, I just was trying my best possible to see how I can also help them on my personal accord. Though it was not because we were interested in getting somebody to police station or to court to go and answer questions. No, that wasn't the reason. But I knew very well that whatever be the event, we have seen these issues so many times, and I knew whatever it will come around and settle. But quite unfortunately, it never did. So until recently, when I saw Madam Fauzia's video, then I said, "Whoa!" And then I actually got so well. Then I called the Deborah, and then I was asking. Then she said, "No, what's it called? No one had actually reached out to her." I think I don't know what she was trying to explain to me, but then she because that was what actually landed her to come here in the first place, to come and see whether she could get some support elsewhere. And I said, okay, no problem. That lady says that that lady, Casta Diva, also runs a foundation, I think, and I'm sure that's why she and I believe that she can help. I just told her that I believe she can help. If that's the case, then she should go ahead, because I believe the lady can help. That was what I just told Deborah, and that she's been, because she did not really know her that much, but I said no, I knew very well that the lady can help, and I said if it takes anything, maybe probably you can always let me know what is wrong, and that has been it. Because when I saw the video, I got alarmed. I thought maybe probably, because when I saw my picture there, then my heart jumped. I said, hey, what did I do? Because when I didn't listen, but I saw my photo on the page. I said, hey, what did I do? Then I started listening, and I said, whoa, that's serious. So when I think the lady told me that she was getting to the fire service, because I think they have picked them as new recruits so they've gone for the training. and then she wanted the matter because as she's going, she doesn't have anything with her, and then the mother is going to be with the son, and the mother too is not doing anything, and narrated a lot of things. Somebody say I'm summarizing the issues too much. You see, when she said that she was going for the training, then they didn't. I knew very well that no, another issue they can't be that. So when she even gave me a list of items that she needed, I'm sure I laughed it, because this is somebody who allegedly put you in a family way. The person says that he has 3 cars, he has this, he has that. And I'm telling you, if not because of something, even me myself, I could go to the house, pick the small boy's picture and let you see the small boy. And tell me whether you are proud. You see, sometimes in Tamale, what I see is that if you are not a tall person, nobody will notice you. If you are unfortunately short, forget it. Nobody will sympathize with you. Because it's like, let me set this example. You happen to, your relative or your mother has to die on the day a popular person has also died. So they will not even notice you, that you have a funeral. That is the situation we have here. So it's like, oh, somebody is very popular, is very influential, so the person finds himself into this. People say, oh, no, I don't believe. It be so, people go talk him. And I know these things will be like that, no problem. I know. But like I said, no matter what happens, I never regretted knowing Tel, and I don't think I'll ever regret knowing him. I've worked with him. It's been a wonderful experience in our work practice, or in our, yes, there are tops and up and downs. We had various issues. People, because of one thing he has done or not, will attack the others. Useless management, they are doing it. Say all those things, but we still soak them. You get it? And we still sit on them, praying that one day things will go well. Look, there are times that the person does it and it's good. There are times that the person will do. Why? I have faced a lot of challenges, in those times. A lot of difficult situations. I recall there was a time, revered imams and some following of Ambaria. I don't know how set community came to Radio Tamale. They came in, close to about 20 plus people. And that day I was saying, hey, me this small boy stand in front of them, and then they give their grievance. I said no, under normal circumstances they should have even invited me to come there. They have invited me to Ambaria before. I go there, they present, the clerics, they sit around and then they ask me questions. I explain certain things to them and apologize to them, and then we came back. But when they came here, I just said, come on, no. Those are the challenges I told you that, yes, we've encountered. Look, as I sit here, there are so many issues that I will not want to talk about. Even those involved do not know I know. And I would not want to just spit them out because of today's program. We have decided to carpet a lot of things because it's a job. And that's why sometimes people talk about job security. Job security is not just about putting security on your gate so that nobody enters the station. No. But when you are working with the person and the person gets a problem, how do you handle it? We will go through with it. So I was very amazed. The day that somebody sent me one of the video and said Tel was insulting me, I took the video. I was watching him, but I was not listening to what he was saying, because I was watching him as he was talking. He was angry, sweating, insulting me, attacking me. You came from what? Concentrating. And I was watching his face, but not listening to what he was, the insults he was giving to me. Because you know why? I am telling you, to whatever extent, if you want, Me, I'll close my eye, close my ears, and you will see the things I'll be saying on this network. Me, I'll let them project videos for you here to watch. There you will see those people you said they are somebody, I'll let them project a video on this Facebook, and then we'll analyze it together. I still have people and their videos all on my laptop. I have videos, people's you see, sometimes it's amazing, but we leave them. We leave these things because it's not worth it. But you leave it and it's continuous every time. All the time it's coming. People have gone to beer bars to drink and booze, and they take them videos sent to me. I've never posted them before. I'm telling you this. Even those people do not know I have. So please, people should stop. I mean, sometimes I believe that by the grace of God, we'll all grow up to be better human beings. But you see, I pray that all this while I've been patient with some of these things, I will still, after today, I don't wish to talk about this again. I don't wish. It's not that I can't or I will not. I don't wish that I'll be mentioned in different places. Then I'll come and be talking about these things. With all the maybe attacks you have heard, insulting me today, now somebody is telling me that I was the one shielding him. So, because you see, the reason why I'm talking about it today is that because I know they are taking the matter to court. Because these things cannot happen like that. And when Waju trace it to a particular extent, they will certainly want to proceed to court so that they get a responsibility for the kid. I know. And even because I had to get in touch with the lady too and find out they are lawyers and whatever. They said they are taking it to court. So I'm fully aware. That's the reason why I'm even talking about this one. So that you know. It's not because I'm afraid to follow to court. Or maybe somebody says that Radio Tamale, you employed both of them. So this is where the whole matter started. No. It's not because of that. You may think I'm now talking because they said they are taking the matter to court. Not at all. Me, I have gone to court several times. So the day that they brought a writ for Sof and said they want him in court, he started shivering. I said, what? Are you serious? I said, are you really serious? I said, no. Go to court. It's part of your experience. When you get to court, you get more experience. You know how the process. You don't just go to court and they say we are locking you up. No. You have not. What have you done? You will go and explain yourself. You will go because the court is not a. Yes, you can point out. See, there is a CCTV camera here at radio in the studio. So when a presenter sits here and does anything, we can see. So I can tell you videos I have and activities that has happened here. If somebody says that, oh, me, I don't do this. Look, me. Some of my guys here are aware of this thing. But because, you see, I just don't want to say them. It will be like I'm trying to muddy waters for people. But you see, if you continuously attacking me, it will come to a day I will do something and pretend that I've not even done. See, to be very honest with you, people sit here and they think that probably nobody is watching. Then they can bring tramadol and add it into drinks and take. I have those videos with me. And I am telling you that yes, if I wanted to destroy people, I will not be coming. It's not today that I'll come and be talking about these things. So please, let's calm down. Let's just calm down. Because the way things are going is not the best. It is not in my interest to come and sit down here and then destroy anybody. People have insulted, sit on their radio stations, attack, and they are sweating and they are look, me, you don't worry. You see, this thing I have said today right now like this. don't worry. Let me hear somebody on his or her radio station say things. It's true that yes, I came from my hometown for greener pastures. You come to Tamale today, it be like the grass not the green, but you are still hustling throughout. The grass not the green, but you're still hoping that it will green. I came for greener pastures. That's true. I came for greener pastures, and I'm still hoping and praying that things will get better for me. At least if I even narrate how far I have come in Tamale, you know that God is a good God. I mean, you know God is great. I came to Tamale with only my bag. Today, if I'm going back home, I'm not even sure my property will enter the vehicle I have. So I should give glory to God. So why should I be wasting time? I'm paying rent. I pay rent, pay electricity. Anything I'll buy, fuel, anything I'll eat, I'll buy it. Then I'll leave this thing and come and be fighting with people. You don't pay rent. You go to, they cook, you eat. Look, me, I can't be exchanging words with you. I can't be exchanging words. Because you are in your hometown. If your father has a house, you have one room, or how many you have extended. I have not bought it. I don't even have a plot. How can I be wasting time all the time fighting with you? No. I can't do that. Then it means that what's it called? My migrating to Tamale is useless. Abba, from my hometown tour, do you know where I come from? One deep cottage, village view. I say I'm coming to Tamale to hustle. Then I come and I'm fooling around. Why would I do that? That's why many people attack me. I don't mind, That's the reason, no. Because I want when I'm going. It's just like, if you move from Tamale and you go to Europe, or you go to America or China or anywhere, you travel to America. You are there. Americans are going on demo and doing, you are also following them, and then you are just no. You know the purpose for which you are there. You want that anytime that they deport you, like for instance, today, if the Yana says that Robicon, I don't want you in Tamale again. But if I'm going home, I must go with something. That is what we are fighting for. We are not coming to. We are not just. I came here to fight for. That doesn't mean that you follow every politician and be begging for money and say that you should help me because you've done something wrong. And if I say that wrong thing, you won't give me money or you won't support me again. So I shouldn't talk about it. No. And that is the reason why some people are having. Look, if you like, do your own research right now. Find out anybody who is talking bad about me. Attacking me or saying negative thing. Find out about that person. It's either the person is an MPP man. It's either the person is. Look, you know the reason why I'm mentioning MP. It's not like bad people do. The thing is that many of them were not happy with the kind of program I was doing. So the person just only on that one will despise me, will not like me. It's not because the person does not, just hate me, but the person did not like the program I was doing and wish that I could, because many of them have spoken to me and I never, when they were in power, I didn't really listen. So you see, I beg you. So that's why I always pray that I don't waste time insulting and exchanging words on social media. Right now, just like I indicated, I'm here to hustle. And I'm here. Look, you see the reason why I have realized that in my own accord, I'm equally growing. I have worked. I have worked almost as a radio station technician. I could even go and open the radio station 4 a.m. Close it again 12 and go and sleep how many hours and come and open again. There was a time that because the radio station used to open 4 a.m. Then when you open it 4 a.m. you can play music or if there are some interviews, early morning pastors and other things, you interview them. Then You have to come back daytime, probably do a drive time program. Then after that, you come later in the night and close the station at 12. You go, you have just, sometimes I used to sleep at the radio station. So from that, you get the opportunity to be a manager at some point. You should know that no, there's growth. Sometimes you could come on radio, talk plenty, and go home and eat gari and sleep. Because when I came to Tamale, at some point I was living in Dungu, and at that time, look, I had money. I rented a single room, and my landlord, my former landlord, he's at the back of just around Lamashegu Market here. The wife sell, women clothing. I rented the room. I didn't even have a bed to put on it, or put inside the room, or put a carpet. I put 2 benches inside the room here in Tamale. The highest electronic in my room was my bulb. So you see, we've there's a road, and I said this before. The first thing that entered my room when at the radio station, it was just Bishara. I went for a program at Modern City at that time, and they gave us solely 50 CDs. When I close and I go home, nobody knows. And imagine, you see now, if you go to industrial area, you see so many houses there. That time, the houses were just few. It was all bushy. But I could pass through the bushes to where there was a stream at the back of Metro Mass. When it rains, you see the water. I could enter the water, dawn, just to come and open a radio station. And by the grace of God, there's no single radio program I have not hosted on radio. From the time I started doing radio till date. So when somebody has the luxury, you have not gone to any place to do radio before. I have done radio in my hometown, and till date, people when they come to Tamale and hear me, they say, "Oh, we've missed your voice." So, because I was doing it before when I came. Before I came to Tamale. And some of them, when they still hear the name, they're able to. It gave them memories. You can only do radio in Tamale. You can only do radio in Tamale. If I move out of Tamale, I know I'll get employment in different places to do radio. I may not be a radio station manager because I'm not even yearning to be a radio station manager. What is the essence if they give me a brand new radio station to manage? Within a few months, the station is off air for several months. Do you know, many of you are aware of the challenges we've passed through Radio Tamale. But when have you ever, if you get up to tune Radio Tamale and it's off, then maybe we are doing some maintenance work. It's not because we cannot buy fuel. It's not because we cannot. You see, look, even here at Radio Tamale, I said many of the guys, my guys, they are witnesses, so I don't even need to be sitting down and be saying them put down, or maybe I didn't, whether I swear or I don't swear. Ask many of the guys around. When I had problems with my transmitter, because you at your homes, you don't really care. You only just want, when you tune your radio, you are here, you are listening to Radio Tamale. But it's our responsibility to make sure that yes, it's on air. Whatever we will do to make it be on air, we will do it. I could pick a car, rush to Techiman, from Tamale to Techiman. There was a day I went to Techiman twice in a day. Because I was searching to rent a transmitter so that we'll be on air whilst we take our spoilt one to Accra for them to work on. I paid the money to Techiman, and I had to, the guy said that they don't want to put it into a passenger car to spoil it. I had to drive there. I went there with Summit. They tested the transmitter there. We picked it. Full speed. I was in Tamale again. Few hours later, we plugged the transmitter. It worked a bit and went off. What? I have to remove it again. Put it in the car. Someone said, we should let the next day. I said, no, I'm going there this night. We were there again. I called the man and told him that no, the transmitter has broken. It didn't work for even, and it's broken down. So I'm coming. And I rushed there again. Several days. So you see, if they make you a radio station manager or you are in a leadership position, you have not passed through any of these. Even at a point in time, my guys were telling, no, maybe somebody is attacking us spiritually. That is a spirit. Because if you are not experienced in some of these things and radio stations begin to have power outages or maybe fluctuations and all, you will just tell yourself that no, it's spiritual. Meanwhile, they are just technical. I see them technical. That's when I move and somebody says that, do I know that if I don't protect myself, people are doing some juju on me? I hardly believe it, because I just don't know. If it's juju, who do I turn to? I don't. That's why sometimes I say, no, please don't be tempting me, because I don't have anything. When people I have worked with in radio here, look, I've worked with them somewhere, and I work with them here at Radio Tamale. The moment they left here, I started hearing people say that yes, that those people said I have juju. I said, where from that juju? Me have been with, look, me I have, from where? Till date, people still tell you that, oh, you know that Robicon has juju. And I'm grateful to God that you are able to do certain things and people think it's juju. Probably if it were juju, what I would have done? Some of you will never even criticize me, because I'll block your mouths. Seriously. So all of these things, we have passed through all these things. I'm not even talking about the kind of people we have encountered in working with. No. It is normal that you will work with people. Some of them will end up betraying you, will say bad things against you at your back and all that. I see it as normal. That's why many of them, when people say that, oh, this person has said this, I bluff it off, because I don't need to go and be responding to that. Yes, the person was a friend. When we were working together, we had very good relationship. So it's not because the person has left, then I start speaking bad about the person. I'm not a cobolo, no. And that's the reason why we don't say, oh, the moment some people were leaving Radio Tamale, then some people have rented media people to say that, oh, that tsunami at Radio Tamale. 3 top presenters left Radio Tamale and blah blah blah. Meanwhile, those things, I was consumed in these things before they happened. But I pretended, as if I didn't know that some of these guys were. Look, imagine this, because of somebody pinpointing that, oh, it was Ramadan season and you people have not given sugar. Just because of that, then the person thinks that the radio station is not worthy of being there. Because the person believes that. And I made it very clear to them that I have a policy. Here at where I work, I actually give premium. I give greater attention to those who are working closer to me. Like, for instance, there are some people who work in an environment, let's say radio station. They never will come to this radio station to find out, oh, what is going on? I mean, how is everything going through? They will only appear at the radio station when they have their programs. They never support in any activity. They never at any point in time support with ideas or support in anything. They will only appear when the radio station is on and they can come and do their program and go. So I also believe that when there is something to share among staff, it will go to those who are always there all the time working. I'll never give it to somebody who sleeps at your home and come. So, I mean, that they most of them know. Most of them are aware of that. So, if at the end of the day, it was getting to Ramadan, even at that time the person was complaining about the Ramadan, we had actually shared sugar, we've shared fritol, rice, we have milk, tea, tomato. We kept them in bags for them. And I said that, look, nobody should be given who is always absent. We look, if there's a log sheet, the number of times you've even appeared at the workplace, and some people can come 8 and close 5. So you expect that when there's something to share, I should call somebody to come from his house and come and take it. Are you normal? You are crazy. And till date, that is my principle. That we are here. People leave their families, they come. Look, I'll close and go home, and somebody will still be in this radio station till dawn. You think he doesn't have a family? So if there's something to come, I should not give to that person. Even look, presenters are here. Sorry, I don't know why I keep on saying here, but I'll just talk on here because presenters are there. Look, many of the radio presenters who you see that they are struggling every day to invite big people to their stations. It's not because they want to interview. You see that many of them when the big people go to the stage, they can't ask them any intelligent question. It's because their minds are always in the pocket of the person they are interviewing. Oh, he will leave the studio and give them something. That is their mindset. So even when some of them, they give money, you see them, technicians are there who help them, producers, they put the money in their pocket and run. They are gone. You see, presenters, we know them. We are all presenters. Greed. And then you see, I hear some of them go around and say that, oh, management is greedy and all. Look, probably let me just give a scope of something small. You know, in the northern region, media business is not doing so well. So it's not because media houses do not always want to maybe pay their workers well, or at least give them some incentives and all that. But you see, the business environment is not welcoming in the northern part. Imagine a radio station, small radio station like Radio Tamale. We will buy power, not less than 7,000 cedis every month. That is just maybe power, because sometimes you have to top up. If not, it may not reach. So if you are buying 7,000 every month. But because we are partly having solar, so maybe that's why we are spending that less. Because maybe air conditioners, servicing and all those things are part of it. So maybe the solar, you can say, oh, when the sun is there, you know that everything is on solar. That's fine. But times like this, maybe it's on the battery. So when the batteries run down, then VRA can charge the solar again. But then, if you look at so many other radio stations, the problem is that production cost is a very difficult thing to do. And how many of the businesses pay much? Somebody was telling me the last time that, oh, in some radio stations, at least they bring adverts or bring business. Maybe if you can pay 500, even some stations take 300. I said, how will the station take 500 or 300? He said, oh, stations take it in Tamale. I said, I can't remember the last time. Because you know why? If you want to, those presenters who talk about payments, and you see, get this from me. If you see presenters who talk about these things plenty, ask yourself, or ask them, what is their qualification? I'm talking about those who talk. Those who blab. And fura, Dagbanu say fura. Ask them, what certificate did they come to the radio stations with? Some of them don't even know what a certificate looks like. It's just wayside presenters. Those Goro boys who got the opportunity to sit on radio today, they say they are superstars now. They are the kind of people who talk that way. It's not everybody who is doing radio because the person wants to be paid salary. In fact, standardized media houses don't even pay salaries like that. They put everybody they are recruiting on contract. You are an on-air personality. Your job, we are recruiting. And you see sometimes somebody is moving to another radio station. So contract, sign and sealed, and go and put on social media. Can you sign a contract? How many? There's no single radio presenter you put in Tamale on a contract and they'll survive. They can never survive. If the person want to put a challenge, let's do it. Let's put a challenge to anybody. Those that say they are popular, and everybody knows. Go to their radio stations. How many adverts have you ever heard them playing or reading before? They don't have the brand they are making noise that they have. I'm putting a challenge to you. Those that you said that they are the most popular presenters in Tamale. I swear. Oh, why should I be swearing? But I just want you to know how emphatic I am. I'm saying what I'm saying. Talk to any of them who says that they are influential, they are popular, and let them show which business can they stand in or sit in front and convince that business to come and do, business in their radio stations. Their liabilities, scallywags. They know next to nothing when it comes to the radio business. They open the microphone and talk their mind. That be all. How many? And they say they sign contract. Can you sign a contract? If they put a contract, radio contract, can you sign it? You can't attempt it. You can say, oh, the radio station should pay me 100,000 Ghana cedis a month. The station will say, fine. Okay, Robicon, you say you want 100,000 a month. We don't have a problem. But we are giving you 2 hours in a day. You are going to do drive time 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. or let's say 2 to 5 p.m. On this program, you are supposed to raise a revenue of 500,000 Ghana cedis. Out of that 500, the radio station will pay you your 100,000. How many of the radio guys can do that? These guys are liars, and they are next to nothing, and they are blabbing. You will go and struggle and get a business, bring it onto a radio station, attach it to a particular program. They go around jumping all over. Vodafone sponsors. Telecel is sponsoring. MTN is sponsoring. They don't even know how much they are paying the station. They don't know where that advertisement comes from. Yet they blab and say things that they do not have any gumptions about. And then people celebrate them and say that they are hot. Why is it that when they go to the radio stations that they have gone to, they can't get those businesses? You see, people should work on yourself. Let your value, raise your value, so that people can have the confidence in you. Let people, look, do you know the reason why a lot of the radio stations are suffering in terms, or media houses, including the TV stations? The local people here who are doing business, do you know the reason why they don't like doing advertisements, I beg your pardon? Because they've lost confidence in the radio stations and TV stations. Go to some of them, they tell you that no, they don't do advertisements. It's not because, but because the radio presenters, many of them have defrauded these businesses. Either they take their monies and don't do the business, or they take it and do it anyhow. If you want to, from today, start monitoring. These are LPMs. This is what we call LPMs. These are the LPMs that when presenters come, you will look at the names, the titling of the programs, and then give it to them to read. Those of you who are on Facebook, these are LPMs. That's what we call LPMs. That's the live presenter mentions. You will give these to presenters. How many presenters have you heard reading these things before? Because many of them are very terrible in reading. Pronunciations, terrible. But yet, see the noise they make all over the place. Subject-verb agreement, basa. Yet, they will tell you that, for them, they have the largest following all over the place. And you see, these things keep happening. You see, and the radio stations are suffering because you have employed so-called popular people in your radio station. You are not getting the money. If the owner of the business station is not even patient, they'll just close it down. Today, we have about 28 radio stations in Tamale. Close to 6 of them are shut down. Maybe I'm afraid I can do more than 50 examples, and I can mention businesses directly to you. Some of them will go and take money. Maybe they pay it to them. Then the person will now arrange with that person. And you see, that's why I say I'm disappointed, because you say you want honesty in our society, but this is what you are colluding with people to do. You are a business owner. A presenter is having this agreement. When the station call you, tell them that you paid this amount. Meanwhile, you are a business owner, and you are doing this to another person's business. You collude with the presenter for the presenter to do such a thing. So you see how we are as a people. And you see, when they come over and then you are not in agreement, they say, Robicon, you are a difficult person. They go around, say things and all that. But you see, if the station falls today, they gave you a radio station to manage, you can't manage it, it has collapsed. So in order for anybody not to be able to say anything like that against me, I'll make sure whilst I'm there, the right thing will be done. That's why I've always put a challenge to all of these boys. If I was colluding with you to do anything bad, at least when you left the station, go and tell people that I've been stealing Radio Tamale money. Go and tell them, because I'll never have a deal with you like that. If I'm having a deal with you like that, then I am making a particular, because you see, sometimes, yes, workers have challenges. So when the person comes and tell you something a bit, you say, okay, I'll help. Okay, then when you take this, you go and use it to solve that problem. It's a different entity. It's a different thing altogether. But I'll not be colluding you to do the wrong thing one day when you go somewhere. And you see, upon all that, some of them still find the lies to tell. But you see, I'm waiting for those things to happen. And you will now see. I'm telling you, me, Holy Moses, what are you talking? You see, the Burnley people, I like the Proverbs. But that's the situation we find ourselves. Okay, sorry, those of you who have been calling and have not been picking. Let me pick your calls now. But you see, there are a lot that I have not spoken about. Even those who are they are not even aware that I know, but because I will not say it. Some of them were able to attack and insult me because they know I'll never come out and say anything. I will not say anything. They know. This one, because of where it has gotten to, people mentioning and attack and are saying all these things, I just thought that let me let you understand that we have also helped. You see, if I come to meet you in Tamale and we become friends, it doesn't mean I owe you any support in life. I don't owe any of you a support in life. When you come to me to support you and I don't support you, you shouldn't be angry with it. If I come that you should support me and you don't support me, don't be angry with it, because who told you that God gave birth to me that I should come and be helping you? If I don't help you, leave it. I pray to God that yes, you find help somewhere else. So when I come to you and you don't support me, I will not be angry with you. No. You say you don't have it to give me. I'll pray that you have it one day and give me. But I don't need to be angry. That is always my problem. So you see, if let's say that yes, in all these things they are mentioning our names in there, that we were shielding some people and all those things. Let's say that we didn't help. We don't owe you any help. You see, adults, it's not like this one. It not be rape. I'm not sure because I was not there. You and I were not there. You and I were not there, so I can't say it's rape. But some people have gone to do their thing. It has come out. And you are saying that I didn't help. Do I owe you any help of that nature? If I'm just coming, it's on the moral ground and nothing more. Nothing more. But like I said, it is not that we're shielding Tel because he's our presenter or because we didn't want. No. And I can tell you, just like I said at the beginning, he's a very great guy. Every human being has the negative portions. Quite unfortunately, we've been talking about the negative portions. Yes, but it's a responsibility to that person to also show his positive portions. Portions. Then we can all push it. But if you are pushing your negative version all the time, you won't blame people for not helping. Because as I sit here, Nayab Lamashena, he's a witness, and I greet him, Chief. He's a revered chief. I know the number of times Lamashena has called me, and even at some point in time he got angry with me because he had given the instructions that I should sack some particular presenter, and I never did it. I had to be explaining things to him why I can't sack that presenter. Until it got so worse, at some point he called me and said, close down the radio station. If you cannot sack that particular presenter, close it down. And some people, even some of the presenters, why would a chief, what right does a chief have to let you close a radio station? Then you don't know your work. And I said, look, there's nobody who does Takashi more than me or can do Buga Buga. Me, I've lived in Zongo and I've lived in a very impoverished environment and my eye read too much. But sometimes we've also, by the grace of God, we've tasted a bit of, diplomacy. And that's why sometimes we calm down. That's the chief of Lamashego. Even no matter what you say, that some of them were telling, somebody will call you and say, you Paul, are you not a media? What right does a chief have to? I said, these guys are the hypocrites. No, I am not saying that I don't know my right or I don't know what under what laws radio stations are established. But you see, we will have to respect the chief. He has given an order, we'll take the order and only will plead with him. He gives us the opportunity. So when I put my guys together, in fact, that's why I always all the time praise Mr. Ishmael. When Chief closed us down, I called Ishmael, and Ishmael accompanied me there. In fact, Soph and Co all were afraid they didn't want to get close. And I went there with Ishmael, and Ishmael happened to be, I think they are family in one way or the other. Pleaded with Chief. And Chief finally told me that if he will allow me to go and open the radio station, I should go and write a sack letter for that presenter before I can come and open the radio station. So immediately, I just decided to put something. It was even done in a rush because I didn't like the fact that the radio station was not on air. So I just wrote it and then went and showed it to Chief. I just showed it to, the palace, some of the guys there, and they said, okay. Then he said that we should post it on our Facebook page, or we should put it out there before we come to open the radio station. And that was then when we put it out. We kept the information out there that we had actually disengaged our operations with that presenter. And then Chief actually requested, he told me that I should take my phone, I should come and take him a video. So I went the video that you heard Lamashe now was very angry and shout. I took the Chief said that I should take him the video and make people know that he's the one saying it. That was how angry Chief was. And we pleaded with him until he allowed us to come back and open. Because at the end of the day, we have businesses to deal with. A lot of clients have given us business. They paid for it. So why should I go and be doing push and pull and everything will be waste? And today, are we not on air? If we wanted to do Takashi and be pulling, pushing and say we know our right, do you know how it would have escalated? And at that time, you all know our brothers MPP were looking for an opportunity to close Radio Tamale down. So they would just go to RESEC and say that Radio Tamale is a threat to the regional peace and also they should close it. I knew those things all were very possible. Because with what was happening, we knew the implications. But we needed to handle it at that point in time. But people, look, about 20, more than 20 boys came here to question me why I suspended this particular presenter. Then one day, you sit on your program, be citizens and criticize the government. The day you criticize the government, we'll come here and attack you. Charlie, sorry, a lot of people have been calling, but I have not been answering. Sorry about it. Yes, good evening. Yeah, hello, good evening. Oh, I think, sorry, I lost that. Yes, good evening.
Hello?
Yes, tell me your name and go ahead. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Hello, Mr. Robicon.
Can you tell me your name and go ahead?
Hello?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know why you cannot hear me. I'm sure it's the network. But the number is 0200 060-766 0200060766. You can give me a call and then hey Charlie, it's just 10. I'm not sure I'll be able to pick a lot of your calls though anyway. Oh, I've used all the time, man. Sorry. You see, that's why we've been telling you we can talk more than the hours we've been given. But we just always need to pack it somewhere for another. It's not like we don't have the energy. Naturally. Me on high, I'll come and sit here and then have that conversation with you. So calm down. You guys should calm down so that there's nothing in it when push and pull and trying to give bad name to one another. I don't think. Yes, hello, good evening.
Hello, Mr. Robicon.
Tell me your name and go ahead.
Hello?
Hey, Charlie, then I'm sure it's the network, so I'll not pick any call again. Sorry about that. Let me just do Crush is not yet here. Let me just read a few messages, then I'll go. Benny says that what a story. Okay, thanks. And then this one says that Abdul Razak. Those of you on Facebook, that's what I'm reading. Abdul Razak Abdul Mugi says that good evening. And then he says again, is it that? I don't know what you are trying to say. Sorry. And then Mohammed Awal says that I really like your program. Big ups to you, sir. And then Palance Harun says that good evening to you, Robicon, my brother Robicon. He says, believe me, I do appreciate your humility and then down to earth managerial qualities. He says particularly how you could play it throughout managing some difficult characters that you've ever worked with or that ever worked with you. He said, Robicon, do not worry. Although I'm pained that you feel you are not fluent in Dagbale and also not from Tamale, the same way I will confidently say you are equally a proud grandson of Bewa, and then belong to okay, I get it, to Tamale, like any of us. Okay, please, you are doing a great job, and I have a lot to say, but sorry, I have to end here. Now, he said you are a vibrant radio. Okay, he said you are a vibrant radio station Radio Tamale. Congrats. He says best regards, and then I think you are hey, you are reaching from Spain, huh? Sorry, I think the network is. I don't know what Lord Jeff want to say. Lord Jeff.
Hello?
Yes. You can hear me.
How are you?
Okay, so I'm sure you are the only person I'll speak to and go. Yes, quickly, let's go.
Thank you so much for the opportunity given me. You said something that sort to indict you. How can someone doesn't understand subject verb agreement, comfort, and you engage the person on air? No. Your story is very pathetic from your humble beginning to be at where you are. If a determination exists, anyone can never dismantle the plank of success. Now, one of those guys, especially there's something that I observe when they are doing that program in English, but engage them in MC. You engage them in English MC. So sometimes it's very disheartening. It's good that the last time Swap also cleared this particular because when you were noted that you said, something has been going on. It is good you came out to make sure that you cleared it.